Welcome to Voices of Resilience, Women Entrepreneurs of Palestine, the podcast that celebrates the unbreakable spirit and entrepreneurial prowess of Palestinian women. I'm your host, Kat Brindell, and I am thrilled to share with you the triumphs and aspirations of a group of trailblazing women that traveled to Germany as part of a GIZ initiative to boost their business skills and build invaluable connections. Let's dive into their stories.
My name is Budour and I'm from Jerusalem and I have two businesses. The first one is Pure Bee for organic handmade body care products where I make the products myself. I started my business in 2017 when I was pretty young because I wanted to be my own boss from a young age. As for Zawaya, it's for upcycling textile waste into home decor pieces. It's called Zawaya. I love always to say this because I love the name. Zawaya in Arabic means corners. So we take your waste, your textile waste or your unwanted clothes from the back corner of your closet and we upcycle it to the back corner of your house because we do cushions, bean bags, stuff like this.
So you definitely started your first business very young. How old were you when you started?
After graduating, I had a job for some company and I realized that I'm not doing what I really want to do. I don't want to spend that much of time doing things that I don't believe that I'm doing any change to the world. So that's when I decided to quit, but I couldn't because I wanted to support myself. So I took a part-time job and then I started. I think it was maybe 23, but I'm not sure. Something like this. Yeah.
I imagine leaving a stable job and starting something so young might have gotten some pushback, maybe from family or from other people who had other thoughts or other challenges you might have encountered. How was that beginning for you?
Yeah, people will are you sure you want to do this? Maybe it doesn't go well. It was really challenging, but I have a supportive family, thank God. So my family really supported this decision. And I also had a part-time job to support me. But when I wanted to launch Pure Bee, on that day, I was really scared and was no, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I need to produce more products. Maybe I need more time. But there is something I read that there is no right time. It's always the right time. And if you don't start now, you will never start. So I started it. And it was really true because Pure Bee keeps growing on and on. You have to have a starting point to flourish.
And how was it then adding a second business on top of the first one?
I love entrepreneurship. This was amazing experience. I met a lot of people, and I made a lot of networks with other business owners. I was in a place for freelancers where they had a competition to solve an environmental issue in Jerusalem in 3 days. Zawaya, my project, won. So from there, I started Zawaya, and I really loved Zawaya because I always wanted something to do with social entrepreneurship. Even in Pure Bee, I make eco-friendly products. So to add Zawaya was really something I'm really proud of.
You should be.
Yeah,
How has it been kind of juggling two businesses?
It's hectic, to say the least. It's not easy, of course, especially that you need to do a lot of marketing for both businesses. The first business is with natural ingredients, body care products, and the second one is all about textiles. And I love both, but it's really challenging to have two businesses at the same time. Sometimes I lose focus, but I always try to be on track. I try to make a list of the things I want to do for both businesses, and I stick to it so I can achieve more. And sometimes I have bad days where I don't want to do anything, and this is all normal.
What else kind of helps you? Who or what supports and helps you to kind of overcome challenges, to keep going when things get tough? What do you have there that helps?
I know this is maybe a typical answer, but truly my family they are really encouraging. So I love to do things for them. I love to make them proud. But also because I feel I have a message in this world and I want to do something to make a change. So I want other people to feel loved. Pure Bee the theme is all about a fantasy. The packaging has "You are so loved." And I feel like women sometimes feel really sad or lonely or can't really explain themselves. So when they buy my products, I want them to feel something. I want them to feel like they are loved. This is so important to me. And as for Zawaya, like I want to make something for Earth. Like we're living on this Earth, we need to take care of it. So in my country, there is a lot of land, a lot of clothes that ends up in landfills, burned. So it's really not good. So I think tackling this problem is really good, especially that Palestinians in general don't have a lot of awareness of environmental issues, because we have a lot of other bigger issues, unfortunately, due to occupation and stuff. So I think it's also a way for me to communicate to my people, to add something to them, to raise awareness about textile waste and waste in general.
So what's next for you? What do you dream of for one or both of the businesses, or maybe a completely new business? What are you thinking as kind of the next steps of what you'd like to do?
Like on a personal level, I would like to be a millionaire. I think all entrepreneurs do, but they don't say it. But as for what is my next step, I used to give lectures for female entrepreneurs or little girls, like teenagers, how to open their own businesses. And I want to focus on this. I want to help other women express themselves in their businesses. And I really want everyone to be independent, because when you have financial independency, it boosts the confidence. It makes you better. So I want them to feel this. I don't want anyone to feel like they are in need of something.
That's a perfect segue to my last question, which is, if you met somebody, if somebody's listening who's a woman in Palestine or the area and is thinking about maybe starting something but is unsure or is a little afraid of the challenges, what would you say to her?
Do it now, really. Do it now, because there is no perfect time, as I said, and it's never too late for anyone to start something new. I know that sometimes you feel like you have to have some very high educational level, but it's not like this, dear. Do it now. Do it with the resources you have now, and I'm sure that it will grow and you will keep growing with it.
Love it.
Thank you.
Where can people find you or your products? Where can I send people to connect with you, buy from you, learn from you?
For Instagram, and on my Instagram or social media pages, which is PureB1, it's PUREB 1, like the number. And for Zawaya, ZAWAYA.ECO, like Zawaya.eco.
Perfect. I'll definitely also include those in the show notes so people know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your talk. I think you're a perfect example of kind of, as you said, even if you are afraid, but if you have this dream of finding a way to make it happen, be it first through a part-time job, and then even when you think you're not quite ready yet, to still hit launch on that day when it's time, and that your ideas can also expand and to take new opportunities like that competition you did, which can turn into a whole second business and other business. So thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
This podcast was produced with the financial support of the European Union and the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. Its contents are the sole responsibility of the women featured in the podcast episodes and do not necessarily reflect the views of the EU or the Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development.